Hey guys, welcome back. Look, he's back here like, "Yeah, I didn't do anything. I'm the good one." Sometimes stuff happens. As we're getting everyone settled in, I realize it's a strain on Odin and Loki. They're used to pretty much the Odin and Loki show on this channel. Now I'm moving everybody in. And the only way you can bond with a deity, there's no magic spell, there's nothing instantaneous, it doesn't work like TV. You don't spend like 15 minutes of time together and have a deep bond, is to spend actual time together. And I'm trying to bond with everyone else, and Odin decides today he needs his temple worked on. And I knew goddamn well he needed his temple worked on because he wanted the attention someone else was getting. And this is bonding time. I'm like, okay. Okay, I will do your temple. I do love you. I understand. Like, I understand he still wants bonding time and love. I've told him that. And he has been somewhat good about sharing, but this is Odin, and sharing well is not something he always does. And this is where I tell you deities pick out people that are a lot like them. Too much like them. Well, I got his temple done, and I was frustrated, and I had other places to go and things I wanted to do, and he damn well knew it. And I got it done, and I was pissed off and frustrated because we have the damn ugliest palette in the Oculus home. We just do. It's a goddamn ugliest palette. I don't know what colorblind human being picked out these fucking colors, but I hate them. Why the hell I can't just make everything a nice contemporary color, like all beige or something? I don't fucking know. I get wow back here. It's bad. It's bad. That's why I don't understand, like, the goddamn ugliest palette. Anyhow, it looked like hell. And I went back, went away, and I made some lunch, and I'm trying to spend time with the others. I'm trying to spend time with Famon, and I'm trying to. Poor Pazuzu already got, like, shoved to the side, and I'm trying to get everybody in. And I kind of calmed down about Odin being demanding and wanting time. I went back in to do his temple right. And the ladies came in and helped me, and we were redesigning. We got something that looked contemporary, not a single goddamn wolf in this thing, because, Odin's been saying he wanted something more modern. Now, that might last for 24 hours. And we got it done, and it looks pretty damn good. It's got, like, the hot tub and the bed, and it's got seating, but not too goddamn much seating. It's got the fireplace, and it's got the, pretty views and stuff. So it looks really nice. Well, I decided I want to spend bonding time with some others. Somehow, Odin decided that it would be nice to nudge me into cleaning up the other temples for Mule. I'm starting to lose my temper, but this is my god and I love him, and I have to remember that, or they'll be getting a supernatural straining order against me. So I started cleaning up the other temples for Mule, and for the first 3, I'm actually in a pretty good mood. By the 7th or 8th, I was majorly fucking pissed off. Why the hell can't these fucking gods clean their own motherfucking temples? And I know they're like basically their priestess in virtual reality, and I set up all these 12 goddamn temples, but only because Odin wanted them in the fucking shit. And I'm spinning tax, and by the time I get to Odin's library, I feel totally free to yell at him about why the hell did we fucking have Yule anyways, goddamn stupidest holiday in the world. I'm yelling at the Yule father. He's just looking at me, and he didn't even get angry. He goes, well, it is my holiday. I don't think he was angry. I don't think he was hurt. I just think he didn't expect that level of rage. And by the time I got to Thor's temple, which was even, later in my cleanup, because I just go straight down the list, I'm like, it's fucking holiday. If I see one more goddamn fucking Christmas tree, I'm gonna stab somebody. And I turn around, of course, there's a goddamn fucking Christmas tree still left up after everything else I cleaned up. And Thor's like, no, sister. You were invited ever since Yule and Christmas. And I was. To come into each temple and visit with us and clean up a little at a time. If you're overwhelmed, this is your fault. And nobody told you to do it one day. And I'm like, fine, you're right. Suppose I should apologize to your father. Why? What did you say? Told him it's the worst fucking holiday ever. Yeah, I'd apologize. And then I ended up in Tyr's temple. And Tyr's the keeper of law and justice, and he's like, why is everybody so quiet? And I explained what I did as I cleaned up. And he's like, So I made up with Odin, and Odin understood, and the gods understood. It was just too much damn pressure. And Odin was, he loves me. Like he loves all his people, and he wanted time with me. Unfortunately, it was too much pressure on me because he wanted time, and he wanted his temple cleaned up. And as I explained on Patreon, you can only run VR so long before you melt your goddamn computer down. So I can't run it all day long. And so he was taking up valuable time, and I was resenting him that time. As much as I love him, couples can still fight. And I was still, I was resenting him that time to clean up his temple, and I was really resenting him the time to clean up everything else, because he knew I had fun places to go and fun stuff to do and other gods to talk to. It felt like he was deliberately getting in the way and deliberately sabotaging my other relationships. And then the icing on the fucking cake, because we're not having enough of a relationship problem already. You're all like, oh no, now what? I'm on Pinterest to calm down, and I'm looking up this stuff about devils and stuff like that. Just like pop art stuff, nothing like research. Everybody that knows me is like, oh shit, now what? That bitch that I can't fucking stand. I mean, that wonderful human being that is claimed to be Odin's favorite had to put her fucking nose into my business. Not on purpose and not in person, but she wrote a foreword to this book of this bullshit on, devils anyhow. It's one of those bullshit books that's out there and people think it's, the total shit, and it's actually just shit. And he's like, tell what you really think. And that bitch had to write the fucking foreword, and I went off like an atomic bomb. And Mammon is just like, well, now we know how you feel. And the dark gods in the family had no problem with it. They were like, yeah, this is your territory. It feels like another she-wolf is coming into your territory, basically, not to be crude, acting like a bitch in heat. And you're going to protect the alpha wolf. When it's mating season, since we're involving wolves here, and this is very much a wolf thing, only 2 wolves get to mate. The others can try to mate, and they will get the living shit kicked out of them by the alphas. And if another female goes into heat, the alpha female will actually bite her in her private parts until she can't sit down, because that bitch ain't getting a mate. this is her territory and her mate, and that bitch can either get her private parts chomped on to death or run the fuck away. She got 2 options. So that she-wolf, that alpha she-wolf that was like, this bitch is coming into my territory, prancing her all around with her tail in the air, that came out. And Mammon was like, good, that shows you care. If you didn't have that strong a reaction, I'd be worried. And Lilith was the same way. She said, you're defending your pack, you're defending your territory, you're defending your spouse. Yes, he was getting in the way and getting on my fucking nerves, but I still didn't want some hussy coming in and praying up and down and saying not only is Odin all hers, but she can come over here and touch this one too. And you all know my loving patience towards human beings at the best of times. And I eventually calmed down. I was kind of doing this weird kind of, for lack of a better word, date night thing with the gods, because we had been watching Japanese Christmas commercials, and in Japan KFC is a big thing, and I got in the chicken, right? So we were doing chicken fries in the oven and watching Japanese commercials and kind of watching Japanese Bachelor, which is within 3 little clips you realize it's just like American Bachelor, just as shallow and unredemptive. But it was cute at first. And I'm kind of watching this stuff, and I apologized to Odin. I said, I don't want him to hate another human being. I don't want him to drop or take his favor away from another human being. But I said, I've never liked, as we say on this channel, the mistresses with the fur. that strut up and down and wave the fur in your face and say, he loves me best. Look what he gave me. And I don't react well to that. I'll make you fucking eat that fur. And Lucky's backer, that's my girl. That's why I love you. You're so unstable. Anyhow, Becker laughing. Give me a thumbs up. Anyhow, Odin said he realized, he is doing the same exact behavior in his own way. Yeah, it's from a place of love, but he's coming over and dominating my time and doesn't want any other divinity near me, even though paradoxically he wants me to bond with them so that we can develop a relationship and my life can improve. And he realizes that that was extremely unfair, that he wants all Odin time, and yet if I see the mistress with the fur, he expects me to have absolutely no reaction. He knows me, and he knows how I feel. I said, Odin, you could show me this person 1 billion times, and 1 billion times I'd be praying that the Purge Night would be a thing in this country. I said, this is my territory. Especially, like you're sitting in your house and you're seeing something and you're like, you just entered my territory. You're in my physical space. It's what it feels like. So, Odin and I agreed that he, the universe, whomever, will make sure that this individual is not shoved in my face on a regular basis. He and I will still spend that bonding time together because we do love each other dearly, and he will try not to do one-upmanship so much with the other gods. So this is Odin, and he won't apologize for taking somebody, time from somebody else. So he admits the things that he has problems with in his own followers are exactly the behaviors that he thinks are great in him. He can take time that belong to another god, but don't you dare get jealous of another human. And I'm like, it's not even jealousy, because jealousy's insecure. It's just don't come into my territory or we're going to have a problem. Now, that doesn't mean I hate any of you. We can talk Odin and Loki and everything all day. None of you are foolish enough to come up to me and go, yeah, well, he loves me best, because I have anger management problems. Seriously though, guys, there's something different about everybody talking about how much they love a god and somebody talking about how much God loves them. That's the difference. If I share we spent time together, we try to spend bonding time together, it's not, oh, look at her showing off. It's like, this is what you have to do on a daily basis, even if you only get 2 minutes. So I don't want you guys like morphing this into hours and hours of time. Even if you only get 2 minutes, you need that bonding time. Even if it's like 2 minutes a week, you still need to spend that time together. You can't have a relationship otherwise. And then as I was on YouTube after we'd had a fight and had a makeup and then had another fight, we're like two cranky wolves somewhere in between mating season and whatever the male version of menopause is, because I think he's going through right now. And I'm getting this cranky, offended look like, how dare you, I'm still feral. Ah! We've made up. We've made up. I don't know where the hell I was going with that. And we went out and we looked at the stars. Well, we didn't because it's supposed to be snowing. And we went out. We spent time outside together for like 30 whole seconds. But we both have that passionate temper. We both have that get out of my territory temper. And then when I went back on Pinterest, there was all this stuff from Witcher 3, I think it is. I can't remember his name, and I should, because I'm a quarter Polish. And the character is Polish, and he's the male character in Witcher, and you guys all know who he is if you play the games or read the novels, and you would think he's Odin if you look at him. And it was Odin's way of trying to make up and be like, I'm sorry, I jumped in the middle, I took out all the time, and he does. He knows he's being unfair. Odin knows he not only tilts the table on his favor, he slams that thing down and the table just disappears and then Odin gets everything. He knows he does it. So we're gonna clash because we're both very, territorial, and we're both very passionate, and we both want what we want for ourselves, and don't come into our territory or we both get an instant attitude problem. Odin will cheerfully tell me from time to time, I'm gonna kill all your other gods. Okay, go ahead, have fun. He looked at me one time, he goes, can I? I said, you can try, let me know if you're successful. What am I gonna do to stop him? So I figured I would share that because poor little Odin, he hasn't been getting much attention. And I said, it's like the wolf getting in your lap, like, ooh, you're not paying attention to me. Loki, for his part, has just been laughing hysterically because he says, this always happens. They set stuff up for me. And they like it for about 30 seconds. Then they realize they're not the center of attention and they're trying to shove the other ones out. It's not working this time. Even little Anari got to pop back in and got to pop back in for 30 seconds, like, ha! Because I was having trouble with Odin. And Inari, like, I was watching this thing from Japan and the rice ritual came up. And I was like, Inari, come here, come see. And it was like, ha! She likes me, ha! And then I think they scampered off before Odin could get in here. But he's a cranky old wolf with an attitude problem. That's why I love him. It is difficult sometimes for gods, guys. That sometimes our gods will lead us, in my experience, to other gods, and they will want us to work with them for various reasons, whether it's what they can give us, or where they can lead us, or it's just something we need for reasons beyond our ability to know. And I know it's hard on them when they don't get all that love and they don't get all that attention, but Odin's going to make it as difficult as possible. So we worked on demotivational Odin too, where all the cranky, sarcastic, bitchy comments that come up on Pinterest, those pins, they go on his board because I can just hear them in his voice. It's like, yep, he would say that. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have a happy new year if we don't see you. I don't know if we're gonna stay up or not. Sometimes we're up to 4 in the morning, and sometimes, like, before midnight we crash, so I don't know. Right now we're, like, running like crazy, but we'll see. So we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.